If you have a playlist that goes from freaking King Von Tucker to the O immediately to We Fall Down by Donnie McClurkin,
got a drop on this flexing nigga.
it's gonna give you emotional whiplash. What's good, YouTube? It's your man with the plan MIDI, and in this new series, we'll be trying to answer the question on every artist's mind. How the crap do I get people to listen to my music? Because we all know it's not just post on YouTube and then boom, you're Beyonce. So join me on my journey to find the answer and see just how far an independent artist can get on a series I like to call So obviously, if you want somebody to hear your music, you have to actually, make music. But the most important thing is actually what you do before you make music, because there's definitely a right way and a wrong way to go about it. So let's start off with this. What the heck is the point of an album? Why not just drop a single song? Well, have you ever found a new song that you really liked and you thought, man, I gotta hear what else this artist did? And then you go to their page and you realize, oh, this is literally their only song. Yeah, you don't want to do that. So the point of an album is to immediately have a collection of songs for new fans to actually listen to when they find you, so that they can actually get attached to you instead of just your one song. Okay, got it. Make a bunch of songs and then put them out at the same time. Okay, well, hold on. Let's take a step back first. An album isn't just simply a collection of songs. Like, there has to actually be something connecting the songs together. So, for example, there's a reason why genres exist and that all songs in the world aren't just playing on the same exact radio station. Because different genres have different sounds and feelings to them, because people have different tastes. Like, one person might like jazz and hate hip hop, or somebody might like drill music and then hate country music, right? So the majority of people have that thing that they like and they usually stick to it. So if your album is just a random collection of songs with completely different sounds, different feelings, and different genres, then you run the risk of somebody hearing one song that they really like, but then when they listen to the rest of your stuff, they realize that nothing else on the album sounds anything like it, and then they just think, oh, this was just like a one-off thing, you're never gonna make this type of song again, and then they're just immediately uninterested. So hopefully that made it clear that the best way to go about an album is to actually sit down and take some time to think about, who exactly do I want to make music for? Because that answer changes literally everything that you do afterwards. Like, let's say your target audience is like suburban women in their 60s. You're not going to make drill music for them, right? So you need to figure out three things. Who do I want to listen to me? What do they like and expect? And what genre fits them best? For my current album, I decided that I wanted to target younger women from like their 20s to their 30s, because I checked my analytics on my last project and it was a freaking sausage fest with all men. Yeah, I'm not having any of that. So that's who I had in mind when making my songs. So after I decided I wanted to tailor my music to a more female audience, I then had to start doing research on like what kinds of music and sounds young women tend to gravitate towards. And so, that involved finding artists with a strong female fan base and listening to a bunch of their songs and trying to like pick apart what the elements are. So from what I found, there was a few things that stood out about these artists. So their delivery is usually not aggressive. It's more of like a melodic delivery. And the topics usually revolve around like relationships. And the instrumentals are either upbeat and poppy or kind of like slow and vibey. And the perspective is either talking to the girl listening or like from the point of view of the girl who's actually like listening to the song, so that it's something they can like sing along to. Now, one thing you do want to avoid doing is being Lil Baby and Da Baby. And what I mean by that is remaking the exact same song 10 different times. Just because it's for one specific audience, that doesn't mean that you can't have variety. So what I ended up with is a list of different types of like vibes and like settings that I wanted to hit within my audience, and those included a party record, a dance record, a shopping record, aka that music that they be playing in the mall. I wanted a driving record, like a late night drive, you chilling or something, and then you know, you gotta have the baby making record. You gotta have a song that your parents is like, dang, we was listening to this when we had you. So now that we know who exactly we're making music for, now we can actually get to the actual, you know, music part. So I'm a producer, which means that I had to make the beats myself. But for you, if you're just an artist, like you're just a singer, you're just a rapper, obviously you'll be searching for instrumentals that fit the sound and vibe that you established earlier. So for my album, this is what I came up with in terms of the instrumentals. And then next came the actual writing portion. And again, I already established the topics that I need to cover. So I just needed to actually write the words and create the flows.
Baby got drip, don't slip in that boss. Baby got shine, that glow, that gloss. Girl, I want you, wishing I could talk to. You the one, make a man when you walk through.
Now, once you finish creating the songs that you want on the album, now it's time to decide on the track list order. Because yes, the order of the songs on the album actually matters, like a lot. Just as an example, if you have a playlist that goes from freaking King Von took her to the O immediately to We Fall Down by Donnie McClurkin,
Gotta drop on this flexing nigga. He
it's gonna give you emotional whiplash. So you have to ease the listener from one vibe to the next. So for my project, I started with the highest energy songs, and then gradually I get more and more chill and like slowed down as time goes on. And then slowly I bring the energy back towards the end.
South to Barbados, counting up them pesos. Trapping like sand, trapping like sand. Aim in your mouth like black, and I'm balling up top like I'm balling with shade. You must be balling cause you rapping so pocket so beast, and you're looking malnourished. Brother got cheese, and you're looking mad nervous. Call me rich, homie, on the man when I walk through. Baby, what's the plan? Get the bands when I walk through. I'm just trying to make you mine. High off like when you next to me. Baby, your touch like it's a sea. No ride, Cadillac, pimp, niggas holla back. No ride, Cadillac, pimp, niggas holla back. I know I did wrong, I admit it. If you wanna work through the pain, girl, I'm with it. If not, then I get it. I'ma do better, baby girl, don't sweat it.
And after that, the album's done. But what now? Do you just freaking upload it on YouTube and just hope for the best? No. Now it is time for us to start getting into marketing. But you're gonna have to wait until next time for that one, because the fun is just getting started and I do not want this video to be 50 hours long. Next time, we're gonna discuss the importance of a radio single and why you need one. So don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next video in this series that I'll be dropping every single Friday. So until then, take care, peace, and I'll see you soon.